All right, guys, so we have a little bit of Kyle Rittenhouse news here, as it once again seems like he's having some issues readjusting back to normal everyday life as a private citizen, which, shouldn't be an issue in a country where the dude was found not guilty in the court of law, right? An 18-year-old should be able to adjust back to normal life. However, we're not living in the ideal country right now. As we've covered what has been happening on ASU's campus, the school that Kyle was once attending online classes for, that, he's attempting to go back to school there, I believe, or at least that's what I had last heard about, in which we had the woke revolutionaries on campus basically protesting the school to ban him from campus, not let him attend the school. So yeah, that was happening. And now it seems that Kyle is having some issues with big tech and social media, as he was banned before, right, on social media before the trial. And now after the trial, he was reinstated. And now it seems like he's facing troubles once again, as his Instagram account was disabled just days after being reinstated. So I want to talk about this because, being on YouTube, I have some experience dealing with some of this stuff. So I kind of have a theory about what's going on and the obstacles that he may be facing from big tech. So I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. But first, let's read about Kyle being reinstated on social media the first time. Acquitted teenager Kyle Rittenhouse has been fully reinstated on the social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram after being banned by big tech until last month amidst his trial. The teen on Monday confirmed his new accounts on the platforms during a conversation on Blaze Media's You Are Here. Quote, to put a stop to all the fake Kyle Rittenhouse social media accounts, Kyle Rittenhouse now has official Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter accounts. An account for Rittenhouse's legal fund wrote, Instagram has been verified and is now live. Quote, yes, and you can follow me on Facebook at This Is Kyle Rittenhouse, the 18-year-old confirmed. Now, first and foremost, I want to say this. He shouldn't have been banned from social media in the first place, right? Because he wasn't proven guilty in the court of law, right? In this country, we tend to forget that people are innocent until proven guilty. Okay, so until they're actually proven guilty, I'm not sure why big tech felt the need to ban him from social media. Now, here's the thing: I wouldn't just apply this to Kyle Rittenhouse. I would apply this to other people too that I don't necessarily agree with. Okay, because again, you're not guilty until you're found guilty, and treating people as if they're guilty before they're actually guilty, I think is wrong, okay? And another reason I don't agree with necessarily banning people is because sometimes these big tech companies, they'll wipe the platform of all the things, said person posted in the past or whatever. And a lot of that stuff can be used, in my opinion, to incriminate that person, right? Or to have some context into their background or why they may have committed the crime that they committed. Okay, so wiping away that information, wiping away their social media accounts, I have multiple reasons for why I don't think they should do that, at least before the person is found guilty. Now, if that person is a threat, right, actively making threats on social media and things like that, then I think that, in my opinion, is different. Okay, but if the person is not actively a threat or anything like that, then I think that it's probably best to leave it up for multiple reasons. So again, I don't think he should have been banned in the first place, but hey, this is woke big tech, so it is what it is. In the first post on Instagram, Rittenhouse published a video of himself with his service dog Milo. It was revealed during the trial that the teenager suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder since the night he was attacked in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year. At the end of the trial, he said he was still in therapy. Quote, Kyle's best friend is his service dog, Milo. The post is captioned, Kyle and Milo first met on a cold, snowy day in January. They have been inseparable ever since. For a year, Milo has been a source of unconditional love, strength, and security for Kyle. It reads, this is the day they met. All right, so let's actually play this video because I think this may have something to do with why his Instagram account got pulled out.
Milo. Oh, you tired?
All right, so pretty harmless stuff, right? Pretty harmless stuff. in my opinion. However, after his account was reinstated, again, including by Instagram, today it was disabled, right? Magically disabled. Okay, it went away. So let's read here. Kyle Rittenhouse's Instagram account was disabled on Friday, just days after his social media accounts were reinstated following the teenager's acquittal of all charges for fatally shooting 2 people and injuring another during a protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin last summer. Quote, "Hey, Instagram, why did you disable my account again?" Rittenhouse wrote on Twitter Friday morning. Instagram, "I did nothing wrong. Why can't I use my account?" he added, sharing screenshots of his disabled account. So as you can see here, his account was disabled. Okay. He couldn't really get up there. It came after the Kyle Rittenhouse Legal Fund, also known as Free Kyle USA, on Monday published links to Rittenhouse official Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok accounts to, quote, put a stop to all the fake Kyle Rittenhouse social media accounts. Now, apparently, as of this video, the account has been restored, right? It's been restored. So let's actually read Instagram's explanation for why the account was removed. An Instagram spokesperson told Newsweek on background that Rittenhouse account was mistakenly removed for a short period, but has now been reinstated. Yeah, this is what they always say, right? When they take down your stuff and they do it unjustly and they put it back up, they always say, well, it was done by mistake, right? It was an accident. It also followed Facebook's decision to remove restrictions it had placed on users from posting messages of praise for Kyle Rittenhouse. Quote, "After the verdict in Kenosha, we rolled back the restrictions we had in place that limited search results from returning content related to key terms, including Kyle Rittenhouse." Andy Stone, spokesperson for Facebook's parent company, Meta, said in a statement. Again, why are you doing that, right? Like, what is the point? Why are you trying to censor content related to Kyle Rittenhouse? Again, the dude had not been found guilty, okay? So why are you trying to censor content related to it? I don't understand. Quote, "While we still remove content that celebrates the death of the individuals killed in Kenosha, we will no longer remove content containing praise or support of Rittenhouse," Stone added. Stone, in his statement, confirmed that the teenager will be able to rejoin Meta platforms, including Instagram. He noted that these accounts would be subject to the platform's respective community standards. Rittenhouse was acquitted of all charges, including 3 homicide charges and 2 counts of first-degree reckless endangerment on November 19th. Following a 2-week trial, he testified he acted in self-defense and had pleaded not guilty to all charges. Okay, so yeah, in typical big tech / Facebook / Instagram fashion, they'll remove some of your content and then turn around and tell you, oh, it was a mistake, right? When they have to reinstate it after people complain about it. It was a mistake after people complain. Most of the time when people don't complain, they don't put it back up. So therefore, they never catch their mistake. However, this isn't the only form of censorship that Kyle Rittenhouse seems to be facing here, as he posted this on his Instagram about 3 hours ago, in which it seems that he's having some issues with EA, right? This is playing video games. As it says, "Hello, we received a report about your account or profile name. It may be the name you created on another platform. This name breaks our positive play charter because you may have used words or phrases that harm others or negatively disrupt the game. Here's the violation we see. Steam PC, inappropriate reference, violence, terror, and tragic events. Username Kyle Rittenhouse." So basically what it looks like to me is that they're saying that his name, which is Kyle Rittenhouse, is an inappropriate reference to violence, terror, and tragic events, and that it may be a word or a phrase that harms others or negatively disrupts the game. Again, guys, how ridiculous is this? The man can't even use his own name, okay, without facing some type of censorship. It's absolutely insane. This is why you shouldn't be doing this type of censorship in the first place. But I have some experience with this, so I kind of have a theory about what may be going on, at the very least when it comes to Instagram and Facebook. And in my opinion, you know, I basically come to the conclusion that a lot of this stuff happens because sometimes people that are actually looking at your content, they may or may not have a political agenda, right? I really do believe that some of these companies and the people that review the content for these companies simply don't care about the community guidelines. They don't care about the actual rules of the platform. They are political actors, right? So if they don't like the content because of political reasons, or they don't agree with it for whatever reason, they may just be like, you know what, I'm going to flag it. I'm going to take it down, right? I'm going to make sure that people can't see it, even though that content fits the community guidelines, even though it's within the rules. That's truly what I believe is happening here with Kyle Rittenhouse, right? And I believe that that's probably what happens to a lot of content creators who complain about this type of stuff happening to them randomly, and then all of a sudden, the platform, reinstates that content, and then they issue an apology and say it was a mistake. Well, the only way it could have been a mistake, okay, if it was in the guidelines in the first place, is if the person that originally reviewed the content made that mistake. Okay, that's the only way it can be a mistake. But again, a lot of times the mistake is actually on purpose, in my opinion. It's really the person that's reviewing the content saying, I don't like it, therefore I'm just going to make this person's life harder than what it has to be. Now they have to go through this convoluted process in order to get their content back up. Okay, so I think that that's probably what happened with Kyle's Instagram account, and his video of his service dog, that may have triggered that, right? They may have said that, oh, this is related to what happened in Kenosha, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to use this as an excuse to take it down. That could have been what happened. And I think that this is a big problem at these big tech platforms that I really wish that they would address. They need to address these rogue actors within their companies inserting their political opinions into content moderation decisions. They really do, because it costs content creators money, it costs them time, it costs them resources, and it's just a pain, right? It is very nerve-wracking to have, content censored, right? Whether you get a strike, you get something taken down, that is very stressful for a content creator, especially when the content creator went out of their way to make sure that the content actually fit community guidelines. And to have that content taken down mistakenly and then having to go through this convoluted process of trying to have it put back up just to be told that you were right in the first place and that the content should have been taken down is really frustrating, right? It is really frustrating. That, to me, again, is just a pain, and it's unnecessary. And it really shouldn't happen in the first place. Really shouldn't happen in the first place. And this is also supported by the fact that we've seen news about how some of these companies have woke employees, right? That try to pressure their companies to ban content they don't like. Like, for example, with Spotify and Joe Rogan. You have people that are working at the company that literally are protesting Joe Rogan's podcast being on Spotify because they don't like Joe Rogan and the things that he says. And the part that blows my mind about this is that these people don't realize that Joe Rogan is the reason why you guys have a job, right? Spotify getting content like Joe Rogan helps them make money, which helps them hire people like you. So it's almost like you're biting the hand that feeds you in the name of wokeness because, oh, I'm offended, I don't like this content, so therefore I'm going to act unilaterally and take it down even though the content fits the rules of the platform. It's really ridiculous, and it happens way too much to content creators that are simply trying to follow the rules, however have to jump through hoops to keep their content up just because some rogue employee gets offended by it. I mean, it's really silly. So again, my theory is that that's low-key probably what's happening here with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if he kept facing this type of censorship in the future because there's a whole lot of people that are just upset about what happened. They don't really care about what a court of law says, and they're going to take it into their own hands, right? Kind of like what we see at ASU. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.